Buff Metal, back with another video. The topic of today's rant. I like extreme metal because I like music, not the other way around. What's going on, guys? Today I've been mulling something over, and it's kind of been a thought that I've had for a while, and I've wanted to do a video on this. But I've really been thinking about exactly what it is that makes the classics work so well. Why is it that some of these golden oldies or some of these oddity albums that come out really stand the test of time, as opposed to the millions and millions of new bands that come forth and they have the same material? It seems like there's my best Orange Man, but yeah, man, it seems like so many bands nowadays just have the same thing regurgitated, right? And what is it? We still got all the elements, right? Gurgly or screechy vocals, low-tuned or even high-tuned guitars. Is it, the lo-fi production? What is it about those old albums that captures something that a lot of newer bands don't? And I think it goes hand in hand with the question, or the statement rather, that I put forth at the beginning of this video. I enjoy extreme music not because I enjoy extreme music, but because I enjoy music, right? It has less to do with the vocal style or some formula, and it seems to always be about the formula nowadays. A lot of these newer bands, they knew it worked for the old guys, and they let them kind of carve the path, and they come along and they get signed to they get signed to labels that I'm not as into and stuff, and they put out something that they know is going to sell, and it's a high quality album cover and blah blah blah. And I don't know, man, it just feels like a fucking nothing burger a lot of the time, So I've been thinking about bands like, let's talk about Necrophagia, right? What have you ever heard another album quite like Holocausto de la Mort? You know what? I haven't. There are so many bangers on here, especially the intro track, man, Blood Freak. I'll never forget when I heard this for the first time. It literally sounds like listening to a Lucio Fulci movie. And again, Fulci bands are dime a dozen these days. There are bands called Fulci, and not that I like Fulci, man. That's not what it's about. But there are so many bands who have taken the Lucio Fulci thing and just done OSDM, but nothing ever really sounded quite like Holocausto de la Mort. This is kind of a classic for a reason. Again, and it's not because the guy gurgled his vocals. It's not because of the chugging riffs or whatever. It's just so unique. We take another album here, and this is really something that I love, and this is why I go to this label as often as I do. Hell's Headbangers. We have Several Severed Heads by Exploding Zombies, right? Hell's Headbangers put this out. I don't know if I can show this or not, so whatever. I'm gonna hold it for a second, but yeah, dude, this is absolutely one of the best things that's been pressed in a while, and it's crazy that it's so old. I think it came out in, don't quote me. Yeah, they formed in 1994. Dude, listen to Can't Keep a Good Man Down, or The Thorn, where they take the Halloween theme and they do their own spin on it. Dude, there is nothing that sounds like the Exploding Zombies. I'm hoping I can catch them at Ohio Death Fest this year, because goddamn, dude, talk about originality. And these guys are OG AF, right? They're old school as fuck. They've been around for a minute, and we're still repressing that. People are still giving that time and money and spinning it to this day. And you know why? I think it's because nothing sounds like it. I don't think those guys went into making music thinking, oh, I just want to make death metal. It was more it seemed like they wanted to just make something that was out there. Another band I think does that, that does that well, coming from the Ohio area. Let's talk Hemdale, man. I think they're from, right, Ohio? I believe so. Don't quote me on that. I always take everything I say on this channel with a fucking grain of salt. But dude, come on. I talk about Hemdale all the time, and why is it? Because look at the album cover, man. Again, our boy Fulci coming up. But dude, there is nothing that sounds like this. There's nothing that has this aesthetic. There's nothing that hits this hard and is this tongue-in-cheek. There is something that's almost funny about listening to Hemdale, man, where it's I feel like if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? There's something that's tongue-in-cheek about it. It seemed like these guys were having fun, all right? I think that's another big element with this stuff is it seems like a lot of the newer bands, right, they don't seem to be having fun with it the way some of these old guys used to. I can't keep beating the Hemdale drum because I've glazed them so much on this channel. It's unreal. I don't want you guys to get bored with my picks, but dude, even think about all the bands too that were inspired by Symphonies of Sickness, or really just any of the old Carcass stuff, dude. Again, another album, man, to this date, you really want to get into carcass worship bands, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're endless, you know? There's nothing that's ever been done quite like Symphonies of Sickness. My favorites being, you know, Exonerating, Abdominal Emanation, holy freaking balls, Ruptured in Purulescence. Dude, I always struggle with these goddamn Carcass. I would say shame on you for these album covers, but you know, I mean, these song titles, but you know what? You did it first. You opened the medical books and did the research before you could just even Google that shit. And again, working with what they had, I think the what's the fucking singer's name and bass player? I think that dude, his sister was a medical student or something, and he used to read her books to get like inspo for lyrics and stuff like that, like her college books and shit. Again, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's a story that I read. But man, what has come out since like Symphonies of Sickness? Not much. And this is the kind of thing where it's like, dude, to me, like, I feel like I should be able to show people this shit and be like, oh, dude, like, yeah, check this out, man. Don't think of it as death metal. I know it's death metal to everybody now, right? Like, everybody has labels for everything, but, like, is it really, you know what band you can't really put a label on, dude? Let's talk about the OGs. You know, one of my favorites, I bring them up all the time. AC, dude, Anal Cunt here. I Like It When You Die, dude. Can you really call this a grind album, dude? Is it a grind album? I mean, yeah, of course, dude, it's Anal Cunt, but like at the same time, it's like, I feel like this surpasses genre. Like this is like a piece of musical history or something. It's like a experiment, you know, and it's really its own thing. Again, have you seen other album covers like this? Because when I try and think of shit, like, you know, that's like Anal Cunt, I really can. How about Full Blown AIDS, Seth Putnam's other band, you know? I guess that's the only thing that immediately comes to mind, but Jesus Christ, dude, it's like you wonder why the OGs and the old heads bitch so much about the new stuff, and it's just because, like, I don't know if like are these new guys having fun? You know, it seems like there's not nearly that many bands out there that are doing it to have fun and to give the audience a show. I feel like, you know, sometimes I feel like it seems like a whole lot of like, here's what we do, we're in the vein of OSDM or, you know, old school black metal, whatever it is, and it's just like the same thing, and it feels a little bit like an ego trip, like, oh, I can do what the OGs did, watch this, and here you go. And again, that's not to shit on all the new bands, man, I'm just saying there's not a lot of ghouls, you know. Dude, take Splatter Thrash, man. How many albums are there coming out like Splatter Thrash? Why does this exist? Why are these guys still going and absolutely killing it? You know, every Ghoul release is good, man. There's nothing by this band I don't like. Crazy they started off really leaning into that Carcass sound more. But also, holy balls, I am sweating like a mofo. I have a Zin in and I haven't done nicotine in a long time. And I am feeling, I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs, as they say. But Splatter Thrash, yeah, man, Psychoplasm, the title track, Into the Catacombs, that awesome intro. Dude, Bury the Hatchet. All these songs you can fucking sing along to, scream along to, however you want to, you know, say it. Like, there's nothing like it. Such a sick back album cover, too. I absolutely love this. And, dude, again, it's a band that it feels like they want to give you something to take away, you know? They want to give you the magic, let you have fun while you're listening. And it's like feels more like an experiment, you know, like totally original to itself. So that's it. Before I get Nick sick, I'll leave you with that, man. How do you guys feel about like the state of modern metal? Do you know what I'm saying? I should have busted out some non-metal albums that I like too, that have more of a metal vibe to me. Take like Sisters of Mercy or something, you know, like I'll take that over pretty much any 98% of new death metal bands. You know, I'll take a Sisters of Mercy or Christian Death, and I know that's more goth, or even, ooh, dare I say, typo negative. Come on, dude. If you don't think that, like, you know, let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah. If you don't think, like, Slow, Deep, and Hard, man, has the magic, you're sorely mistaken. God damn. I'm hurting on this one, guys. I am sweating nuts. Damn, nicotine caught up with me. All right, I'm going to call it there.